Working at Palace was one of the happiest episodes of my football career, even though the ending was one of the most upsetting and traumatic. As for myself, you never know what is round the corner in football. I would like to wish Harry Redknapp the best of luck filling my old seat in the dugout at Queen's Park Rangers. It was one of the achievements of my managerial career getting QPR back into the Premier League after a 15-year absence, and I would be very sad to see them go back down after all the hard work the players, staff and myself put in. I would like to apologise to anyone who has put a bet on me becoming the next Scotland manager. My teams have never been supposed to be able to do the things that they do. I like experience on my side, but you need a balance, and young players give you energy, pace and, often, a freshness which means they have no fear. I enjoy working with players who want to work, and I get more satisfaction with it than ready-made teams or players. As a manager, I always trusted my players on Christmas Day. I did not see any point in dragging them into the training ground, a 3-hour round trip for some of them on icy roads, when they could relax with their families instead. Who's been with me longest? Kevin Blackwell. I signed him as a goalkeeper at Scarborough in '86, and he's basically been with me my whole career. He's been my goalkeeper, reserve goalie, now my assistant manager. It's the last question mark against me in my career. Why couldn't I keep a team in the Premier League? It's difficult to motivate yourself to do the workouts when you get older, but I train hard. My son William and my daughter Amy are both really into their hockey now, and I can enjoy watching that. Football is a relatively small industry, and there are times, while you want to be honest, that it is best to pull a few punches. You never know, you might need to work with that person again. If I want another job, I'll get one. I haven't set a date of when to stop managing. You can only go so far in the Premier League before you have to spend. I do like reading autobiographies, if I'm honest. Trust is a big word for a manager. You expect certain standards and attitudes, and they know if they lower those standards, I'll jump on them. My 3-course meal would be smoked salmon with capers and a few prawns on there as well. Then it would be a Dover sole grilled on the bone with a portion of green beans. And if I wasn't dieting or looking after myself, my favorite pudding would be bread and butter pudding with custard, ice cream and clotted cream all together. I've been fortunate. Most of the 7 promotions I've won have been with sides I built from zero, so it is doubly rewarding. There is nothing to match being in the dressing room celebrating promotion after a long season with a group of lads you have put together. There is a version of me people see. I don't think I play up to it. I think it's more other people put it out there. People see the football side of me, but I'm a different character away from it. At Plymouth I wrote Neil Warnock's Wembley Way, a 1-year diary, to show people what being a manager was like. I got lucky as the year ended with us winning promotion through the playoffs at Wembley. I was fined £20,000 for TV interview where I barely said anything. The FA brought an outside barrister in to do me. A big place like the FA, they don't have their own in-house lawyer? I tried to download a jazz album this week and ended up getting some tracks 4 times, some once, some 3 times. In total I ended up with 50 tracks. I don't know how I did it. Ask anyone in the game, if you want a player from France or a French player, 99% of the time, you will have to deal with Willie McKay or someone like him. If you want to get the job done, then you need the Willie McKays of this world. Statistics can be so misleading. It is funny, though, how often at the moment you see one team had 60% of the ball but still lost. There's got to be a role for an experienced football person helping the manager, not being a threat to the manager, but helping and sorting out a lot of the hassle he has, you know? Letting him concentrate on managing the football side. Most of the clubs I have had, they have been in a precarious situation when I have taken over and I have had to change it, even going back to Scarborough and all of that. That's what you want to do as a manager, finish the game, get in your bath and think about the kids going home, the young kids going home. The chairman, Mehmet Dalman, he was brilliant for me. He helped me left, right and center. He lives aboard now but he was my shoulder. I love poetry and I've kept everything I've written,